Welcome back to Guru House Magazine. Once again, we have another Guru House alumni, the lovely, the talented, the colorful songstress, Vincena. Welcome. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm so glad to be back.
Awesome.
You guys are awesome.
We're glad to have you back too, man. Listen, for the people that don't know who you are, can you please give them a quick introduction to who you are?
Yeah, so I am Vincena. I'm a singer-songwriter from Philly. And I love music. Like to make music. Like to just create what's in my soul. And I've been doing this for a while now. And I got some stuff on the horizon. And I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too. So we interviewed you a couple years ago, and a lot has changed since then, right?
Yes.
Since then, you released an EP.
Yeah.
Right, just came out, The Purple Phase, streaming on all DSPs. Go get that right now.
Yeah.
You got a new manager. You know what I mean? That's a big deal right there.
I'm under new management.
It's funny because you and I talked about that for a little bit too. You got consistent content rollout for your socials. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks like you're in a new chapter of your artistry. Can you describe to us where you're at in your music career right now?
Right now I am just in a space where I'm challenging myself to just be consistent. I'm challenging myself to not hold on to my art and to release it and let it go and let it grow legs and arms and just other people to experience my art. I was holding on to my art for so long just because I don't know, it's just, as artists we get like that. Sometimes we hold on to things.
Yeah, we're sensitive about our stuff.
Yeah, sometimes just like, well, I don't know, I don't want to do the wrong thing, I don't want to put it out wrong, and then, nobody hears it or whatever, but it's not about that. It's just about releasing, because when you don't release it, then you don't open yourself up to the space for what's new, what can come. So just releasing.
I'm glad. I don't know if it's Natasha, your new manager, or somebody in your life that said, put the fucking music out.
Yeah. Yeah, management definitely. Just bringing in management, Tasha and Michelle, someone else that's on my team. Just having people in your corner to just hold you accountable, though. And
absolutely.
I don't want to let them down. So it's just like I got to make sure that I'm on point. So. You know what I mean? We all stand in united front as a team. So, it's important to have a solid team for sure.
Absolutely. 100%. You and I spoke briefly a while ago about you trying to get a new manager, and you found Natasha, right? How did you source finding a new manager? How did you find Natasha for your management?
Honestly, it was just I was praying. I was asking people, feeling, just trying to feel my way, but I knew that I would know when I felt the right connection. And I had already known her for a while through another friend, and we were just casually talking one day, and I'm like, hey, this is what I'm working on, and she was like, oh, like, let's see how we can connect and work together, and it just like kind of happened natural and organically, and that's really what I like to lean towards, things that happen more natural and organic. So, she found me, we found each other, and it's been great. It's been really special,
I love that. I 100% understand the value of having someone that can help you with the not so artsy stuff.
Yeah.
Because it really just lets your bandwidth open up to do the artsy stuff. You know what I mean? But I want you to tell it, how has having a manager added value to your life and allowed you to do more creative stuff?
Just structure. Just needing the structure. Like scheduling, all of that, all the structure, all of the things that I was struggling with. I was good at creating, like most creators are. We can create the art. We can be in the studio late nights and all of that, and connect with all these people and different creatives. But when it comes to like the managing, the the scheduling and all of the things that we hate on the business side of things, which we should be indulging in as well, because we want our careers to be flourishing and successful. But that stuff can be a little taxing on a creative mentally,
100%.
because you don't naturally like to dwell in that realm.
Yeah.
You just want to be more creative and free, and drinking your tea and these things. But that's the other side. Other stuff is important, just as important. So just gotta find that balance, and with the right team, that balance will come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I agree. At your album release party, it was a lot of other music artists in the room, right? And being that that's your circle of influence, shout out to Shad. I think he produced a couple tracks off the project. How do you collaborate with other artists and influencers to reach new audiences or new listeners?
It's just feeling like you meet somebody and it's just like, oh man, your vibe is dope, I like your music, and you're a fan of each other, and you just make the decision to work together, and it just, if it happens organically, then it's like, okay, well then we're meant to work together. But sometimes you might run into some people that it's a little difficult. You might not be connecting on certain levels, and it's just like, you know what, maybe not. That's not our vibe. You know what I mean? We don't have to connect in that way. We could just be cool. Like, you know what I mean? We could be fans of each other from afar, but not so much working our combining our art. So you just kind of like feel your way, who's who, and then like there's just different platforms, and just like you guys, like you guys have good energy, and it's always a good vibe. So it's like okay, of course, but other people might be like, so you just go where you're accepted, go where you're loved.
Okay.
And just trust your instincts.
Trust your instincts. All right, so I'm getting a theme here. You, even with your new set of structure, you still move and you maneuver the industry through feeling, right? So collaboration isn't really a strategic move for you. It's still an artistic move for you, right? Okay.
Yeah. Still, it's definitely. I just want to make sure that the energy around me is good. So if I'm doing something on a business tip, and it's just like, oh, we want to collaborate because we can both benefit from this, that's fine. Yeah. But I would like to have that other factor of, we actually get along, and there's good energy, we have a good rapport, so that we can have an easier workflow in general. So you just want to make sure that everybody's comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up, man. Yeah. I said earlier, your visual content on socials have ramped up. Yeah. Right. And of course, it's probably because you're rolling out new music, right? But it also feels like you're having fun.
Yeah.
So, you've been really consistent with the content. What are some of the best practices and tips you have learned while creating and engaging content that you think other artists would benefit from?
Less is more. Less is more, and figure out ways to take what people receive and like the most about you as an artist, and try to figure out a way to translate that onto your platform. So I'm going to use myself as an example because I'm my own example, but for me, I know that when people see me live, they engage more, and people are excited. They're able to feel my music, my lyrics, my voice, and all these things. So I needed to find a way to take the live element and put that on my platform so that people can see what I do. So before I wasn't presenting that, so no one knew unless they came to a show, but everybody might not know your music. So it's just like, okay, well, how are you going to present this aspect of who you are as an artist, so that a wider range of people can see that? So just figuring out a way, if it's that you're a lyricist, maybe you're a dope MC, post more content with your lyrics, you know what I mean, so that people can see, hear what you're saying, or if you got fly style, like make sure that you showing up on your page fly all the time, whatever it is that you want to do. Just make sure that that's translating. So just, again, less is more, but just get straight to it. If if you're a lyricist, put your lyrics up. You know what I mean? Me, I sing. I'm a singer. People know that I can sing, so I'm singing. Yes. You know what I mean? But I'm figuring out a way to put myself in front of people, bringing the live element to what I do onto my platform.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get you, because your social media content, your reels, even though it's not in front of, some of them are not in front of people.
Yeah.
It's your live vocals.
Yeah.
Right. It's not lip sync. You are giving off live energy.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like what you're saying is, if you know your strength, try to have that translate really well through the socials as well. So I get you. Yeah. So you've been really consistent with that stuff, right? Are you how are you producing your visual content now? Do you have a team that you're working with, or are you just doing this yourself?
Yeah, I have a team that I just throw my ideas at them, and then they're just like, okay, well, let's go out. Let's just go film. So I usually find the locations and we just go out and just film. And we have film days, edit days, and you know, it's fun because we're not overthinking. I know that, again, back to that schedule. I have a schedule. I know that, okay, we film this day, and this day. So it's like, okay, now I know that we're doing this, but I can just still be creative and free in that moment. Like, oh, I want to do this. I saw something the other day. Let's go here. So it's still fun and, you know, still that vibe that I enjoy. So, yeah.
That's great, man. So I'm sure you either got this information from Natasha or you see it yourself, but with this string of content, I'm sure there has been an uptick in the response from your audience, like followers, listeners. I'm sure there's been an uptick in that. Have you seen a fluctuation in your metrics when it comes to your audience and your listenership?
Yeah, no, 100%. Just a lot of positive feedback. Just people just excited that I'm putting out content and putting out music because I wasn't.
You was hoarding.
To this. Yeah, I was holding on to music. So yeah, just people just being excited and supportive and loving, and I've definitely noticed more people gravitating to me and what I do. And it's just been helpful for me to be able to see my audience and you know who I'm reaching and who I'm touching. That's been really interesting to gauge. Like, oh, I didn't know this type of person would like my music. You know what I mean? You just kind of get a feel for who vibing with you. So right. It's cool.
Exactly. So with those metrics, social media, you know, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, are you using any of that information so you can decide where to put your energy? Like, for example, if you know reels are popping, do you use that information to put more energy and resources into reels, or are you just still experimenting in this phase?
Half and half. Definitely, I do know for a fact that people want to see me live. They want to see me singing. So, you know, figuring out new ways, being more creative and trying new things in that realm, though, making sure that I'm being consistent in that, but also still exploring outside, just like, oh, maybe I can try this and do it in studio and or do this, just to open up and share different sides of me when it comes to me singing live. So, but yes, definitely studying the metrics and understanding what works and sticking to that, but still just growing.
Absolutely.
That concept. So
that's great. I'm glad that we are at a phase in culture where we can make informed decisions, because a lot of this information was gatekept from us. Yeah, I mean, because we used to just rely on MTV and whatever would host our music video, and they wouldn't tell us how much we'd get. So this is a great time to be. So new EP, right? Yeah. Now you've been on your rollout for the project. What's the plan? Are you going to do shows, or how are you going to monetize your art, your artistry moving forward with this project?
Yes, definitely more performances, merch. We have merch now, which I'm so excited about. But yeah, just really getting in front of more people and being able to touch like live audiences. That's really important to what I do, you know what I mean? So that I'm able to monetize off of my art. as well as merch. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's the move.
Yeah.
Live shows, merch, you know.
So let's dig into the live shows, because a lot of our audience, they want to be where you are, right? But they don't have any concept of what a live show looks like for them. They're thinking the concerts that they go to, right? But a live show could be at a restaurant. It could be anywhere, right? So is there levels to your live shows, or are you only seeking a certain type of live show to monetize?
There are different levels to live shows. There are like the cafes, lounges, there's cool spots in the city, but then there's, you know, stand-in theaters and so forth and so on, festivals and all these things. But you just kind of like figure out what makes sense for you wherever you are in your artistry at the moment. If you feel like you're building, then you're gonna go to the cafes, the open mics, and just get a feel for, okay, what's my stage presence like? You know what I mean? What type of people receive my music? You know, figuring that out first, you're able to get a gauge of your audience, and you're able to figure out how to map your journey out when it comes to live performances. So yeah, it's really cool, because for me, I know that's how I kind of grew in my live performance. I started with doing open mics and just getting a gauge, like, okay, there's a lot of musicians that like me, you know, okay, there's a lot of like cool hippie black kids that, you know, bang with me. So okay, so I'm able to understand, okay, these are my people. Okay, so now I can orchestrate my own show, and I'm able to give those people what they want because I already have a reference, because I've been able to go to an open mic, and you know what I mean. So you learn as you go. Exactly. You know what I mean? And then the next step is, okay, now I'm gonna do a festival. Okay, cool, did a festival. Okay, now I'm gonna do my own stand-in show. Cool. And then you can just work your way up like that. So, but definitely start with, you know what I mean? Start somewhere. Start where it's comfortable for you. So yeah.
That's good. Just a couple more questions here.
Yeah.
So it sounds like to me you're a in-person type of person, right?
Yeah.
Your energy, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to engaging your audience, it's gotten bigger over the years, right? So live shows is just always going to be a segment of your audience. Are you communicating with them or engaging them on socials? Like when they comment, you comment back, or when you DM, do you make sure you have conversations consistently? Or are you putting your more energy into the in-person feeling that whenever someone sees you live? Where are you putting your energy when that comes to engagement?
Wherever it comes from, you know, because somebody can see something on a platform and can feel so connected to a reel or a video that I put out, and they're engaging, so I'm going to engage back.
Right.
And also, if I'm live, if somebody sees my show and they're engaged, you know what I mean? So it just either whatever comes, I'm going to engage. There's nothing is greater than the other, I don't think. Because as long as somebody can feel you, that's what we want. You know, we want somebody to feel you. So if you feel me through your phone, or you feel me, you know, in person, what's up? You know, what's up?
Yeah, man. As long as it feels genuine and authentic.
Yeah.
I feel that. So we're hitting the summer, and you're in this new chapter where you're not withholding your music, right? How often do you want to put music out now with this new chapter of your career? Is it only when you feel like once a year or once every other year, or are you going to start dropping pieces sprinkled out throughout the year?
Yeah, I'm definitely dropping pieces throughout the year. I'm actually rolling out phases of music. And as you can see, the first phase is the purple phase. The next phase is the sienna phase. And then there's a phase after that. So I definitely want to keep rolling out music in a more frequent, episodic and more frequent time period. Because I think that people deserve to hear the music, and I don't want to stunt my own growth.
Absolutely.
I want to grow. I want to welcome whatever energy, whatever music is out there for me. So I want to make sure that I'm consistently putting out music, you know?
Yeah. So. Do you feel like in this time period with how fast everything is that we kind of have to consistently put stuff out?
Yes and no. I think that when it comes to, like, there's a way that you can roll out a piece of work, body of work, and stretch it out over 8 months.
Yeah.
There's a way that you can do that, and you only put out 5 songs, you know. But you can. There's a way that you can market your music and stretch it out. So you don't have to rush, but you do have to be consistent.
Yeah.
And be strategic. You have to be strategic. So I think that it's good to find the healthy balance.
Yeah.
Because I know that the industry is really running off of the single game right now.
Yeah.
So with that information, understand it, dissect it, but also figure out the pace that works for you.
Yeah.
As an artist, what can you maintain?
Right.
You know what I mean? And as people are engaging with you, you walk with them on that journey as they're engaging with you. If you feel your engagement slowing down, that means you didn't slow down. So then you got to pick. You know what I mean? You got to pick it back up.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to an up and coming artist right now?
Trust yourself. Trust yourself and be yourself. And I know that there's a lot of trends going on right now, and you might think that, like, oh, I have to shift, I have to do this type of music, I have to do this is what's trendy. No. Because when you lean into just being yourself, you will stand out.
Right.
That's just the reality of it. Because if 10 people is wearing blue and you're wearing white, I'm gonna see you first.
Right.
So be yourself. Don't waver. I know it's hard, but don't waver. Trust yourself. Find a tribe of people that you love, that you know they support you, and just go where you're loved.
Yeah.
That's the most important part.
Right.
Have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Listen, Vincena, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad we can make this collaboration happen again. But before I let you go, can you please tell the people where they can find you? Yes,
I am Vincena at Vincena on all streaming platforms, on social media at Vincena. So follow me, y'all. Get into the music. The Purple Phase is out right now. Check it out.
Let's go. And it's a wrap. Yeah.